So, what can I say? Apart from fuck you, DICE. So, EA, DICE have basically said that there's nothing coming after the end of Chapter 6. No Eastern Front, no Russia, no Stalingrad, no D-Day landings, nothing. Which is a real fucking disappointment. This is why I was really disappointed when they launched Battlefield 5 and said that it's all of the upcoming content is a part of your purchase with no premium needed, because they've just basically found a cheap way of making a game out of an old game. So let's just see this in the big light. So what have they done? They've taken an engine which was already set up for a really good game, i.e. Battlefield 1. And all they've done is copy and paste the freaking game. Made some new maps, a few new mechanics, a few new animations, and obviously put in guns to suit the arena. And they've literally got away with taking people's money with doing the bare fucking minimum. Now don't get me wrong, I really do credit map designers and the level designers and the content designers. I do give them credit for that, but the amount of people that were buying this game on pre-order thinking that they are going to get a modern Frostbite setting of the D-Day landings was like fucking 90% of people that bought the game. Alright? And we've been sort of led to believe that they're going to save the best till last, which means we're probably going to get D-Day landings in sort of Chapter 7, Chapter 8, even Chapter 9 or 10. Who knows how many chapters we're going to get. But even if they did Chapter 7 and said, that is it. We're doing 7 chapters, okay, and that is it. After 6, we're going to put in some invasion of fucking Russia scenery, and we're also going to get the Brits doing the D-Day landings in France. You know, I mean, are they fucking stupid? What? Who is in charge of making the decision at DICE not to have a premium package on a game that they are creating? It's been the trend for many years. All of the previous Battlefields, premium. That meant they were held responsible and contractually responsible to deliver a set amount of content for what people have paid for. We have paid for base game, which was about the same price, if not a little bit more expensive than Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 4 without premium. Just the normal deluxe edition I'm talking about. And with that in mind, yes, they have delivered more content than a base game. But they've just ruined what I consider a piece of art. It's not about just the gameplay. It's not about the, it's not about the content in that. It's about respecting the content that's been given to us, i.e. the detail of the level design, the detail of the weapons, the detail of everything. Yes, I know there's bugs, and I know there's faults with the game, but putting that aside, the game is excellent. So why would anybody allow a multi-million euro project be flushed down the shitting toilet because that is exactly what's going to happen now, Battlefield. Nobody is going to want to buy the next Battlefield. Seriously. Nobody's going to want to buy it. Because how can we now trust DICE to deliver what we expect? How can we trust them? It's a complete lack of respect for the community and the players of their product. So, what are we going to get? Well, we're going to get a new map. Yeah, well, we've got a screenshot here of the new map, which just looks like Al Sudan with a portion of a castle that was taken out of Battlefield 1, minus windows, added textures to the inside, but it's pretty much the same shape. The walls, they're literally just freaking copy and paste. We've got a lot of statics in the background that are on other maps. There is absolutely going to be nothing new about this map apart from some building designs and the layout. So what's this? Is this going to be Al Sudan version 2? Who gives a shit now? Because we're not going to get what we want, so nobody's going to really give a shit about this new map. New content, a new update will be released this summer. Okay. So, emphasize on new content. Elaborate, please. Weekly rewards. Okay, that's fair enough. Company coin as weekly rewards. Oh, I wonder how many tier unlocks we're going to get. So let's just basically think, right, there's 30 or plus fucking weapons in the game, which have not even been released into multiplayer. Okay? There's loads of content that was removed from Battlefield 5, even since the day that they released the trailer. And I know that they removed things like false arms and false legs and some character customizations that we still haven't got. Because that isn't really a Battlefield World War II setting. It's not natured around the realism that they're trying to provide alongside that arcade run and gun style shooter. So, who gives a shit about what weekly rewards? I mean, I've got so many assignments that I've got to do. I've got probably about 200,000 company coin to earn just out of my assignments. So I don't need freaking company coin. I'll just do my assignments and get the company coin that way. At least I'm still working on content that I haven't fucking finished with. Events and activities. Friday night Battlefield servers. Yeah, well, we've been wanting that for how many years now? Battlefield 1 had them. We even had a Friday night Battlefield dog tag. It's nice to know that they're recognising the community. Okay, that's fair enough. Who gives a shit about Throwback Thursdays? Seriously, who gives a shit? Friday night Battlefield. Now, I am a part of that event every week. It's nice that they're being recognised once again. But why now? Why not from launch? Because the amount of effort that some community members, for example, Attic or 81C, that he puts into these Friday Night Battlefield events, I can see there is a lack of content available in the game to help him support that event. So it's nice that it's being sort of actioned and looked into. It's something that I posted in the forums about months and months ago. Why is there no Friday Night Battlefield dog tag? Why is no servers for Friday Night Battlefield? And, you know, but I mean, Jesus Christ, I can't even get on a French server or a UK server. No such thing. It's Germany. So what's the fucking point, you know? Because seriously, my ping sometimes when I join German servers is just ridiculous. Got no choice. Community Games updates. Well, yeah, that's kind of over a year and a half overdue. So, whatever. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm reading this and I find it very hard to just continued work with anti-cheat. What's the point now? Oh, what is the point of freaking anti-cheat now? There's cheaters on every fucking game. We live with it now. We live with it and deal with it, and we know how to deal with cheaters in our own way. We troll them, we upset them, we rate them in the chat, whatever. And I still managed to progress to level 110 amongst the cheaters. So what difference is it going to make now, okay, if they've got anti-cheat or not? Because trust me, anti-cheat on Battlefield is not going to work. The Frostbite engine physically cannot sustain anti-cheat. It has to be a server-sided mod for it to work correctly. A little bit like Fairfight in Battlefield 4, which worked a little bit. And it still works today. Okay? But Fairfight isn't all about catching hackers and cheaters. It's about people glitching, getting out of bounds, and all sorts of stuff. And that requires a server-sided mod, which is so we'll just see what happens. And that is it. It's the end of Battlefield 5, and I'm absolutely disgusted. I mean, we didn't even want Into the Jungle. I mean, what the fuck? Who thought of this shit? Why do we want jungle maps? God, we had enough of this crap in Bad Company 2. We've had forests and jungles and stuff in Battlefield 1, like Argonne Forest. Brilliant map. Great map. Battlefield 1 was a fantastic game in the end. It delivered on everything that you'd expect it to have delivered on, I believe, Battlefield 1. Battlefield 4 over-delivered on content. Over-delivered. And what it really did over-deliver on was the Easter eggs and the Phantom program. Where the fuck is that? I mean, they've left us hanging with the whole that whole Masterman thing. Even in Battlefield 1, they've left us sort of, oh, it's Kevin Simpson. Oh no, it's Charles Masterman. Is it a Phantom program? No, it's not a Phantom program. Oh, it's an Easter egg program. That's fair enough. Whatever you want to call it, none of that exists in Battlefield 5. All we've got is some shitty, meaningless RNG Easter eggs, right? And a gun that you can shoot with your frickin' hands, with some Batman-style cartoon effects. What a load of shit, honestly. Julian Monolov, where are you? Step in as a designer and put this right. Oh no, that's not going to happen, but that'd be a dream come true for the Battlefield community. I trust you. Trust me on that. The Easter eggs were a good thing because between content and DLCs, it was a good way to fill the gaps and fill the time. And do you know what the most important part about it is? That it brought together a community of people. People made friends out of people they've never heard of, met before, and they're best friends even today, just because they were part of a community looking for Easter eggs in a game. Brilliant. So, yeah. So what do we do now? Play Battlefield and wait for Chapter 6 to finish with one more map in the summer? As you're aware, the current Battlefield 5 chapter Into the Jungle wraps up on April 29th. Yeah, and what have I got out of that except for tier skips? I know you accidentally released the content before, but why not replace that content with the 30 plus frickin' weapons you've got sat in limbo doing nothing? Jesus, give this shit to the community and release cut down basic modding tools for the game, just like Battlefield 2, right? And allow the community, with certain permission, to create content to be submitted to the game from the community. It's free of charge. If people want to make Kickstarter campaigns to do, I'm going to create a gun for Battlefield 5 or whatever, I'm going to submit it to DICE and see if it gets accepted into the game. Why not do something like that? At least they're going to be tempted, because I tell you now, I will make fucking D-Day landings happen. If they gave me mapping tools, it's going to happen, trust me. It will happen. But this is all down to DICE and how it is financially feasible for the company to continue after this lockdown on COVID and the losses that they've made from the game itself. I'm telling you now, all they need to do, was sack or fire the guy that decided that we're not having a premium. Because if you are making a premium, then you're going to have 1, a lot more financial support. 2, contractually, you've got to release the content. You've got to release it. Without any fail, you've got to do it. Even if you've got different staff members, different designers or whatever, okay? So, what is the freaking point? The announcement may change with illicit community feedback and community support. Yeah, well, whatever. So yeah, I'm pissed off, guys, that this is the end of Battlefield 5 now. Worked my arse off on this game to sort of level up, get everything that I sort of wanted before I knew that I'm going to get this download and update one day and I'm going to be like, right. And then you fucking spawn into the game and you are doing the D-Day landings. And that's not going to happen. And that's just sick. That's sick to think about. You've created a World War II game, which now is not actually even World War II. There's none of the favourites in there. I'm disgusted at you, DICE. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be having meetings in a boardroom and seriously discussing about what the fuck has gone wrong. So yeah, chapter 6. So we're not even going to be able to go here and see chapter 7 or anything like that. I'm not going to be able to see any of that shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, these 3 maps are great. I mean, that's all we need. 3 more maps. D-Day landing, Stalingrad maybe. They haven't even made it. I mean, who gives a shit about putting Wake Island? It's nice to see Wake Island, right? It's nice to see Wake Island. But, come on guys. We've played Wake Island for years. You know? So, and Iwo Jima, we've played that as well, but I mean, it's quite a different map, so it's not anything like Wake Island in similarity. Iwo Jima was in 1942 and 1943, and it's vastly different. But who asked for Solomon Islands? What? Why would we want a jungle map that's not really a jungle? It's actually just a map with a jungle in the background. And then the Solomon Islands are not actually really islands. They're just off sections of land with a tiny little pod in the middle with wooden buildings on top. And then it's just trees and rivers and canals. Who asked for that shit? How is that anything to do with the favourite World War II content that we want to see? Where is it? It's never coming. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream because I'm just ranting, and I wanted to rant because I'm so fucking disappointed. So I'll catch you guys later.